My name is Nars, and I'm here to tell you that I've made some very bad choices in my life, and I'm hoping that by you seeing this or paying attention, you won't make the same choices that I made. I've been involved in a drug world that I hope you never have to go through because you think that what you're doing is cool, or because you believe your friends when they egg you on about doing drugs. When I was about 16 years old, my friends thought that it was cool that I was allowed to drink and I was allowed to get drunk by my own parents at home because it was safer for me to be at home and drink a beer. That quickly turned into a life of alcoholism. By the time I was 18, I was getting in bar fights, I was getting drunk, I was having blackouts. I was ending up in jail for public intoxication. I started looking for a bigger buzz eventually, and that bigger buzz led me to marijuana. I thought I was being cool for the longest time because I was getting high, but what I was also getting was paranoid. I was trying to make sure that I was never busted for it, and that was more taxing than having to be high or enjoying a high, which really was no enjoyment. You get high and you have no control over your senses or anything other than just being paranoid mostly. I graduated from marijuana to cocaine, and that was even worse. You get the funny feeling in your mouth and throat, and you get even more paranoid to the point where you have no rest or relaxation whatsoever. Whatever your friends tell you about getting high, whatever your friends tell you about smoking weed, believe me, it's not real. And it's not worth it. It's just a life of nerves, a life of crime. It's a life of looking for more and more. It's an addiction, and once you get hooked, you're hooked. I've been lucky that I haven't been killed, had my brains blown out or anything like that. You might not get so lucky. I've been stabbed, I've had a 2x4 cracked over my head, and I've been held at gunpoint by people that I thought were my friends, all for nothing more than wanting more drugs off of me, and me not wanting to give them up after I was so hooked on drugs I couldn't see if it was day or night. I've been in prison. I did 4 years in a federal prison, and I'm hoping that it doesn't have to cost you what it's cost me. You need to figure this out before it's too late. I made several mistakes, and when you're in the life of crime or drug addiction because you were listening to your friends and they were saying it was cool, and you thought that you were getting the love and respect from all your buddies, you realize in jail that it's not true. You're gonna lose many years of your life. You're gonna go through a lot of pain and suffering. When you're in jail on the phone calling mom and dad to come and bail you out, you'll have somebody much bigger and uglier than I am waiting for you to let your guard down. If one inmate isn't enough for you, they'll get 2 or 3 inmates. And before you know it, it's a losing battle. I've seen a man get his brains knocked out of his skull for changing the channel on a TV in prison. I've seen men get beat up for a bag of chips in prison. You may be somebody's girlfriend in prison. That's when you start to cry. That's when you let it all out. And guess what? There's not gonna be anybody there to hold your hand. Your friends are not gonna be there. Your mommy and daddy are not gonna be there. You're gonna have to fend for yourself, and odds are that you're not going to be able to do that. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't end up where I ended up at. The choices you make are yours and yours alone. Make sure that you make the right choices before it's too late. Once you hear that jail door slam, it's too late for anything.